Welcome to the DiplomaReport.com Investor Summary. Here, we're going to cover the core aspects of the business, its target markets, operations and procedures, financial prospectus, and more in a brief 5-minute summary. In the United States alone, nearly 50 million people have at least one college degree. That's a sixth of the population. As of 2012, the average cost of a 4-year college education, including room and board, is $80,000, and private schools average a whopping $200,000. On top of that, college grads also invest 4+ years of their lives in these diplomas. What all this means is obvious. Diplomas clearly have tremendous value to the graduates. In spite of the value that diplomas clearly have, there's currently little to no substantial way for them to share this achievement with others, and so diplomas usually tend to just collect dust on a wall someplace. Unless the graduate physically takes the paper diploma around with them everywhere, it's very difficult to prove their achievement to potential employers or other interested parties. The fact that substantiating people's claims about graduating is difficult has led to a virtual epidemic of people falsifying their college achievements. The media is rife with stories of legendary institutions, ranging from Notre Dame football to NASA to MIT, all being publicly humiliated when high-profile employees are discovered to have fabricated their diplomas. And it's implicit that this is happening on a smaller scale every day, as job applicants exaggerate or lie about their academic achievements. So here you have a need for college diploma verification coming from two markets, both the college graduates and then institutions which employ them. DiplomaReport.com is going to fill this market need. So what is Diploma Report? Very simply, it's a college degree verification service which serves college graduates directly. From the customer's perspective, the business model is very simple. The customer creates a profile at DiplomaReport.com, details their college degree, their university, the year they graduated, their major, etc., and then has Diploma Report authenticate those claims in either one of two methods. The first is a free membership. DiplomaReport.com's free membership will enable users to post their college credentials online in a reputation system where others validate those claims. From all these artifacts, DiplomaReport.com will generate a proprietary automated confidence score between 1 and 100. As an illustration, a free member with 20 colleagues vouching for him and a scanned copy of his diploma might score 75. Conversely, if they just make the claim and have a suspect looking diploma, their score might be just 25. Of course, scores can constantly be improved upon should they enhance their profile. This process, called a reputation system in the lexicon of web development, might superficially sound a bit imprecise. However, countless successful internet sites are based off of similar reputation systems, and the underlying methodology for such systems has been refined and demonstrated many times over. Prominent examples of other websites which are highly reliant on such reputation systems are eBay, Yelp, and Dig.com. The second half of the DiplomaReport.com business model is servicing premium memberships. The process goes like this. A member pays DiplomaReport.com $15 and then empowers DiplomaReport.com to act on their behalf to request the diploma verification directly from the college. The consent will be given through the standard internet checkbox and agree to the terms of service notice. This consent is required because of some student privacy laws. DiplomaReport.com then contacts the given college and pays the processing fee. On a broad level, it's worth noting that Diploma Report's strategy of targeting the graduates themselves is a much more logical process than targeting the institutions. The reason for this is very simple. A college graduate will only need to authenticate his diploma once through Diploma Report, and he can then share that with all prospective employers or other interested parties. Currently, however, if the college graduate goes for 10 different job interviews, each one of those 10 companies has to go through the expense and time of contacting the university to verify his or her claim. As a venture, we at Diploma Report will always keep in mind the famous business aphorism, profitability is a sovereign criterion of the enterprise. With that in mind, let's now go over the steps we plan to take in order to turn the $150,000 seed investment into a far greater figure. College graduate demographics were taken from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. We projected potential customers from those figures very conservatively, assuming market saturation at just 40% of the total college graduates. For the estimates of the two types of customers, paying members versus free members, we analyzed two comparable companies, Zynga and LinkedIn, and marked their paying versus non-paying user ratios. For revenue, we again did nearest neighbor analysis and looked at several e-commerce enterprises with similarities, including Angie's List and LinkedIn. From that and other research, we were able to project various forms of revenue, including sales of user data for marketing and advertising purposes. Finally, for growth, we assume 10% market penetration in year 1, and 100% market penetration in year 4, and again, market penetration is defined as 20 million college graduate users. To project the cost of those sales, we relied almost wholly on in-house estimates. The primary expense will be labor, and then a distant second is sales and marketing. Both categories for a new venture can be extremely challenging to forecast, but we made every effort to be subjective and conservative. So, all of the SG&A figures are subject to forecasts. Taxes were estimated at 38% across the board. So, with all that input, here is a 4-year financial prospectus for DiplomaReport.com. Over $1 million in revenue in the first calendar year of operations, and profits of over $300,000. By year 4, we expect to reach the 20 million user figure, which we consider market saturation, and from that, have profits of nearly $7 million. With all that said, it's worth noting that for e-commerce enterprises, there is such a thing as perceived value through a large user base. It is exemplified in the following quote from the book The Rise of Web 2.0. Eyeballs, then cash. It was the last myth of the dot-com era, and the founders of Facebook, MySpace, Yelp, and Dig, and their backers were secretly clinging to it, and by 2006 it was starting to look like a good bet. The poignancy of this statement is overwhelmingly demonstrated by the success of companies like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn, all of which had minimal revenue in their early years, and yet were routinely evaluated in billions of dollars. So we feel that the first and foremost goal of DiplomaReport.com should be to generate a large user base. As noted before, Diploma Report is seeking a seed round investment of $150,000, which will fund the company all the way through to its launch. And we expect to go from investment to a fully operational website within 6 months. We hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Adam Shokare is the founder of Diploma Report and hopes to have fruitful negotiations with any parties interested in investing. Together, we can turn the ideas in this presentation into a profitable enterprise. After all, diplomas should be shared online, not just hung on the wall. Adam can be reached at adam@shokare.com and at 248-974-1938. Thanks a lot.